Hey, it's Michael Reese here. I wanted to shoot this really quick video. Two reasons I'm doing the video. One is I'm experimenting. If you know, I've been doing a lot on YouTube lately. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, make sure you do. If you're on my YouTube channel and you've been liking my videos, make sure you hit like and subscribe and turn on notifications because I put out new content every single week. Today's content, man, I've been wanting to drop this style of content where I'm not in the office or in the studio shooting, but I'm like out there doing things. We are gonna go to my office, but I wanted to start out here in my backyard here in Puerto Rico. And first, one of the things you're gonna see in my new office is a new neon light, and it says Life by Strategy. And if you don't know what that is, make sure you go check out our book, Digital President, Chapter 1, Life by Strategy, The Best Life to Live is a Life by Strategy. Get the book, check it out. So the reason I'm shooting today's video is two reasons. One is over the years, I've done a lot of things that I'm proud of. One is I worked on a consumer-facing brand, and a lot of you might have seen some news. Allegedly, I don't know if this is confirmed, but I think it is. Allegedly, Dave Ramsey, who used to give real estate agents referrals, decided not to give referrals to EXP agents. Now, let me first tell you, I was a part of the Dave Ramsey program. I'm not bashing it. I am just saying that if you're relying on referrals for your business where you're paying out high fees, one thing you might consider is looking at your cost of goods sold. And understanding your cost of goods sold is what did you have to spend in order to acquire that customer. A Dave Ramsey lead in my business for the longest time was one of the more expensive transactions because of all of the people who got paid. And listen, outbound referrals, they're great, especially if there's a company out there that you trust. I know a lot of people that are working with other referral type businesses. I built one that sent out 100 outbound referrals a day, so I understand the model. We had a call center, did the whole shebang, built a consumer facing brand, 77,000 Alexa score, top 1% of all websites in the world. It was an amazing feat in literally in a year what we built, but I learned a lot. And from the inside looking out, I think that for you agents, I really think that you should consider if that's business that you were relying on, there's a lot of other business out there that's way cheaper, and that's what I wanted to walk you through. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna walk into my office real quick, and I'm gonna set up this little video to just walk you through exactly what that would look like, meaning what a funnel looks like. In fact, why don't we do this? We're gonna go to my office, and then I'm gonna literally turn on my computer, or I might do it on the whiteboard. About to head to the water park, and so I wanted to knock this out. Here's that new sign I was telling you about. The best life to live is a life by strategy. If you haven't read the book, Digital President, make sure you get a copy. That's a selfish plug, but this is extra content for you. Let's really talk about a sales and marketing funnel and what that means. So I've shot a bunch of different videos. I used to go on the road and I would I had a workshop. I taught a lot, but I think some of the main ahas when I would survey people after the event would be people telling me, hey, listen, does that really work? A lot of the times they wouldn't believe the information. And so I would iterate on my workshop presentation, and my goal was to help bring more proof and demonstration and actual scenarios. And so in 2016 is probably when I had the most robust team for tracking, had a CFO, had a full-time controller, people who could just get to the data. And there's a couple things that I learned was the amazing opportunities to increase conversion. And so a lot of people right now, when you go out and you're generating business, it's not really always about the business you're generating, although that's very important. There's other factors that go. All business isn't the same. Some business, in order to acquire that business, takes a little bit more marketing dollars, a little bit more marketing muscle. An example would be a referral. So when you get a real referral, like a referral from a past client who doesn't want anything in exchange, what a great opportunity. There's a difference between getting a referral that's given to 3 different people that you have to compete for, then you have to give a significant amount of the money back to the person who referred you. Not saying, for the record, that that's not a good business. What I am saying is that's an expensive customer acquisition cost. And what I would recommend people focusing on would be, is there other things out there that you can be doing right now to generate a customer more consistently on your terms that you're not having to compete for, that would allow you to to lower your customer acquisition costs? And I believe the answer is yes. I believe right now that you can be marketing a number of different ways. Now, one thing, granted, about the Dave Ramsey referral is it does include a celebrity endorsement. That celebrity endorsement is going to have that person more predisposed to want to say yes. But I never had the problem with getting people to say yes because I had the skills. So the thing is that you're not really in a strong position. You're kind of like a bird in the nest, just looking up for the mommy bird to feed you if you're waiting on Dave Ramsey to drop a deal in your beak. I guess the point is that's not a good place to come from. A power place to come from is being able to know that you can generate a customer for $268 on average based upon the metrics that go into lead generation and into those conversions. And I'm here to tell you that right now, customer acquisition costs, you can get those costs way cheaper than giving away 10%, 20%, 30%. I mean, the percentages that people are giving away right now and as it refers to in referral fees are high. Now, I believe in referral fees. I believe that in having a consumer facing brand, especially if it was something like EXP where I'm an owner in the company and the company is building that consumer facing brand. It's not owned by Zillow, which is, Zillow at one point was searched more than the word real estate. So as agents, some of the times when things happen to you, they're blessings. Some of the biggest things that have happened to me that were shockers, like this Dave Ramsey allegedly not working with the EXP agents, a lot of the times those shocking things that happened to me were actually freeing up or shining the light or bringing awareness to an opportunity to build something even bigger. And the great thing about it is, if you did not see the video, our fearless leader, Glenn, was doing exactly that.
Glenn Sanford here. Some of you have expressed significant distress over Dave Ramsey taking a shot at EXP and basically blacklisting the company for anybody on his, I think it's ELO program. So we looked at what we could do with Success Magazine and actually leverage that. And so in the interim, in the short run, we're going to actually open this up to anybody who was part of Dave Ramsey's program that's getting displaced, so we can actually generate you leads. And so you're going to see success.expert, actually that's going to be the domain. We're actually going to build out a expert directory from Success Magazine. Because it's a different type of program, it will have referral fees and other things attached to it, because we're going to be driving a lot of pay-per-click traffic so that we can replace the traffic that you've lost from Dave Ramsey cutting you off. So
hey, listen, if I own a company, if I own Dave Ramsey, yeah, hey, well, I would love to do the referral fee. How many external referrals go back and forth between agents? I mean, there's so many opportunities with a network of 55,000 agents of opportunities to build this business that all of us share ownership in the form of being shareholders. And so to me, the Dave Ramsey thing, hey, listen, I'm not going to hate on Dave Ramsey. I think he's a smart guy. I think he's good for a lot of people's businesses. I'm sure that based upon the information that he was given, he thought he was making a good decision. We're all entitled to make a good and bad decision. I try not to judge people. I try to assume positive intent. I don't know what their intention was, but I know that I don't focus on the wall, and I certainly don't focus on things that are out of my control. Things that are in your control right now are generating your own business, building marketing and sales funnels, being able to acquire a customer predictably for $100, $200, $300, $400, as opposed to a 30% referral fee that could be $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 is all we're really discussing. And so hopefully your business hasn't been impacted, but if it has, and if you're in a situation where, hey, you're like, listen, I need to generate business now, consider a funnel. Which type of funnel? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you head on over to listingclass.com, listingclass.com is, I literally shot a video on what's working right now. Now, I have tons of people that I've helped, people that were strangers in 2020 that I met in 2021 that needed to generate deals now. And we were able to engineer a funnel, whether it was in Tampa, Florida, and it was inland water, or waterfront funnels, or it was New Jersey, and it was a condominium funnel, or Ontario, Canada, or Atlanta, Georgia, or Portland, Oregon. There's always a funnel out there that can solve your problem. You just can't do everything. You have to stop and focus in on one thing. And so if you want to know what are the top 3 converting offers that I'm seeing in the marketplace with the most updated copy meaning the sales copy, what's on the ad, the landing page, if you kind of want to see the whole funnel, then head over to listingclass.com and, you know, watch the short little video, take the class, and I'd be more than delighted to help you in any way possible. And if that's not the case, if that's not you and you're just, hey, listen, out there watching videos and was interested in getting the scoop, well, now you have the scoop. Mr. Dave Ramsey, it's your business, you do what you want to. But the good news is I was trained, coached, and mentored by a guy by the name of Jay Abraham, and he said, Michael Reese, don't you have a diving board business? A business that has one little pillar from bringing in revenue. He said, build a power Parthenon, a steady, strong foundation where you have multiple customer acquisition strategies. So you're never in a situation where you're depending on one person. And Dave Ramsey, all you did was took a lot of great agents and a lot of good people and a great company, and you put us in a trajectory to solve the problem and now become a competitor. Hopefully your business continues to grow, Mr. Ramsey, but if it doesn't, well, shame on you. And for you EXP agents, remember, if it's not in your control, don't worry about it. Only focus on the things that are in your control. And what's in your control is to know what your website's converting at, to know what your current ads are converting at, to know what your ROI is, to know what your number one problem is in your business, to create a plan in order to remove any constraints that's holding you back from your job is to know the number one thing that makes everything infinitely easier. That's your job. So you can either focus on defense or the problems like Dave Ramsey, or you can focus on revenue generating activities down the road in offense. If you're going to focus on offense, remember the best marketer always wins, and every problem has a solution.